You want to do the intro? Should I do the intro?
Folks, welcome back to the Trans Fat Experience, your favorite show. Here I am, I'm the fat. My name is Riley, and here's the trans
Yo,
Demigloom.
my name is Demigloom. I'm trans. She, her pronouns. Let's go. So,
Let's fucking go.
I think it's time to address the elephant in the room. Donald Trump won the presidency.
Man, it's gonna be so bad. But you have to admit, it's also gonna be so funny.
I don't think it's
It's
going to be
gonna be a
funny.
little bit
It's not going to be
funny.
funny anymore.
It was it was funny. You admit that, right? The last time it was funny.
It was funny at first. It got old pretty quickly.
Maybe, yeah,
It
maybe.
got old around the time the transgender military
The
ban
thing about
happened.
like this is like the sitcom was good at first and then it kind of died out and then this reboot comes out and it's like whoa, now
Oh
it's
god.
back and it's like a whole new era.
Oh god. Watch Kitty commented dot dot dot. Yeah, not funny. Yeah, fair. Um,
I have a feeling my this is gonna be funny take is not gonna play well with the Demi
no.
audience.
Um, let's see. Another Donald
I
Trump
tried to stop him.
presidency.
Okay, I tried to stop him. I went to the polls. I voted for Kamala Harris. It was pointless. Florida shot me down on all fronts. The three the three most important votes I casted on that day, in this order. I voted yes to the abortion protection bill, shot that down. I voted for Kamala Harris. Trump won. I voted to legalize weed. They didn't legalize weed. Fucking a loss on all fronts.
Who wants weed illegal right now? Like, what kind of asshole?
Fucking Ronald, that son of a bitch.
Who the fuck is Ronald?
Ron DeSantis. I used
Oh,
his
Ron
full government
DeSantis.
name there.
Oh, okay. I was like, who the hell is Ronald? I have no idea who that is.
my good buddy Ron. I just decided to start referring to him by his first name. This was back in COVID. I started doing this bit. Now, just
Mm-hmm.
like anytime I hear anything about him, I'm like, come on, Ron.
Come
What are
on,
you doing
Ron.
to me,
What are you
Ron?
doing? Ladies and gentlemen, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, we are currently broadcasting to 0 viewers. Let's go. Da 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 da
Let's
da.
go.
Um,
W.
we'll see if we get more viewers moving forward. But this is a podcast. This will be uploaded to a feed at some point, and this will be
At
recorded.
some point. Who knows when that point
Who
might
knows when
be?
that point may be? Am I in charge of making the feed?
You literally said you would the first time I brought
I
it up.
and then we agreed that we would share the feed. We would make a shared
Yeah,
feed.
we would share the feed because it would make it more convenient for whoever streamed the episode to upload it.
Yeah,
Newsflash: you
yeah,
streamed the last
this is
episode and
true.
are streaming this one.
Okay, I will do that. So I'll just make a new Spotify account. What if have you made a Spotify account with the issue crew email?
I just have my personal Spotify account and all of my podcasts are on it because that's how it works now. You have one account, you can
Yeah.
put as many podcasts as you want on it.
So we'll make a shared. We'll use a shared account then.
Yeah.
Okay. Um. So yeah, I'm a little bit scared of Project 2025. Members of
Yeah,
Trump.
has he said anything about that yet? I know there was like people were saying it on Twitter, and then Squeebo was like, "This is misinformation. You're all stupid." Whatever happened there? Is
So
probably do we know if Trump is into that shit
he's publicly
yet?
distanced himself from Project 2025. Said I don't know who did it, but also at the same time, it's done by the Heritage Foundation, one of the most influential lawmaking organizations in the entire country. And they're not saying Donald Trump is going to make this is going to sponsor Project 2025 specifically. It's just this is a
But
set
when
of
there's a
policies.
Republican House and a Republican Senate, and Donald Trump is president, and
Yeah,
it's a little bit.
and it's a bunch of shit Donald Trump has said that he wants to enact. So
Dude, that's the crazy shit is that it was a clean fucking sweep.
yeah,
Like Trump winning doesn't necessarily surprise me, but the fact that Republicans got like full control of the House and the Senate, fucking crazy.
we Wisconsin, Tammy Baldwin, our Democrat senator, won, and Trump won as well. So what I'm wondering is who voted for Tammy
That's
Baldwin and Donald
interesting.
Trump? Who is like, I want Republicans. I want a Republican president, but the Senate, that's going to be too much. We need a little democracy in there. Like what?
It was all the people who voted for Jill Stein or Chase Oliver
No, because that wouldn't be
also
enough.
voted for.
That wouldn't be enough to swing the election. And Chase Oliver voters
That's
definitely
true.
wouldn't vote for a Democrat. Chase, I know
What does he?
nothing about
What does
Chase
he
Oliver.
do?
I know absolutely nothing about Chase Oliver. I just know
Who
that
the
he looks like
fuck?
Saul Goodman.
He looks like yeah, he does look like Saul Goodman, and he just has such a what kind of name for a president is Chase Oliver?
Bro
That's like
sounds
the
like
name of like a fucking Nickelodeon sitcom character. Like
that's
that's
like a
Chase.
cop.
That's Chase
It's like a
Oliver over
oh,
there.
it's like Chase McCain from Lego City.
Yeah, yeah, okay, okay.
He has pictures of him going like what the fuck out of here, bro. Yeah, so the Jill Stein reminder that the Jill Stein voters did not vote enough for Jill Stein. It's not like if you took all the Jill Stein votes and put them towards Kamala, Kamala still wouldn't have won. It's these undecided voters. It's these people who didn't vote. I'm pretty sure it's something like a multi-million number um of Democrats didn't vote this election that voted the last election.
Well, I would be putting too much attention on that number, Demigloom. I don't
Why?
know. If you'll recall, there were some questions about that number a few years ago too, and this doesn't make it look good.
Oh, you think they rigged the election last time?
I don't think they did. I still I argued against it last night. I'm convinced they didn't, but it doesn't look good. I wouldn't be harping on where are the 20 million voters because then the right wing is all going to be like, "That's a good question."
Well, a lot of
Mm.
I'm sure a lot of people switched to Trump.
It's true.
Trump also got more votes than he did last time. There's the Palestine thing. People were outright
Joe Biden
refusing to
voted for
vote.
Trump, so that was a good vote for
Did
him.
you see the meme where it was like one last thing, Kamala, make America great again, and then he like smiles at the camera, and then like the credits roll. Oh god, it was so
I didn't
funny.
hear him say that. I didn't hear the Kamala "Make America Great Again" part, but I did just see. I heard like the like Michael Bay like Linkin Park
Yeah,
credit song where he turns and smiles. Then it goes the what I've
is that Linkin
done.
Park?
I thought it
That
was.
song
It might not
sucks. I don't
be.
think that's Linkin Park. But I don't, that could be like a newer
I think
Linkin
it
Park song.
is. Let's look. Let's look.
I only listened to the first two Linkin Park albums. There anything after that is pretty garbage. You know Linkin Park's
I
back?
feel like I've only heard like 3 songs of Linkin Park. Yeah, me and Gingy had this whole thing. I think it was on an episode of Pixels or some sort of live stream or something. So it's probably out there where we had no, I think it was Issue Crew actually, where we had a discussion about the new female lead singer of Linkin Park. Which I didn't actually watch the video, but they were saying she was pretty good, so I would give her a chance.
I think it's cool.
It is Linkin Park.
That
What
song
I've done is in
sucks.
fact Linkin Park.
Song is so bad. Why are you wearing like a Walmart Naruto shirt right now? Where'd you get that?
This is my favorite shirt. I don't even remember where I got it, but now it's my favorite shirt.
You've been wearing it since middle school?
No, no, no. I've gotten much fatter since middle school.
Okay.
I got this fairly recently.
Oh, we're broadcasting to two viewers. Hi, two viewers. Say something in chat. Sawyer said, "Yeah, of
Yeah.
course it's Redux. Of course Redux is here. Of course one of the two viewers is Redux. What's up, Redux? How are you doing? Dedicated fan, Redux. We love you.
This is my
Big
famous
fan."
Naruto shirt. This shirt is a meme now. I don't know if you've seen that.
He said, "Tell Riley to shave." Of course. Of course,
Yeah, I
Riley
thought I'll
shave.
shave, whatever. But have you seen that this shirt is a meme now?
No, I didn't.
There's everybody always posts this fucking screenshot from the detour ahead I recorded while I was out in Ohio, where it's me with my fucking yee ass haircut and the Naruto shirt making a stupid face,
Oh,
and they make fun of every aspect of the picture, including the Naruto shirt.
what, like Dick Show fans?
Yeah.
I'm wearing a "Don't Touch Me" peasant shirt that I got from Spencer's, and for viewers, it's flipped, but I'm sure you can read backwards. I got this like I was with. You remember my first girlfriend? I was with her when I got this shirt. Or actually, it was I got the shirt before I got with her. So that's how old this is.
Wow.
This was like 4 years ago, and I'm still rocking it.
And I couldn't believe you teased my favorite story about your life on middle school GSA, and then you just like didn't tell it in 3 more episodes.
What was the story?
The rap story.
Oh, the rap story. Did I tell that story on an episode eventually?
No, you said on like one random episode, like I gotta tell the rap story, but like we're gonna save it for like a different episode, and then you just didn't ever tell the rap story.
I'll tell the rap
Unless you
story.
told it in the unless you told it in the Mr. Beat episode, which I
No,
doubt.
I did not tell that
Because
story to.
that's the only one I haven't heard now.
Sawyer says, "Did you go to the back of Spencer's, Demi?" No, I've heard really scary stuff about the back of Spencer's. I would never ever go there. Ding.
I went to the back of Spencer's like with my grandparents
That's funny.
at like 14. Did not know what to expect. It
No,
was like,
it's
oh, there's cool like fucking Pokemon cups and T-shirts in here. Oh, dildos. I see.
there's cool lightsabers back there. They have a bunch of short lightsabers. Do they make lightsaber dildos that like come out of a thing like?
Of course they fucking. There's no way they don't.
Yeah, but that like come out that like shoot out like is there a safe way to do that? Like with
Hmm.
the push of a button?
I
I
mean,
feel
I'm
like that would
sure there could
break.
be like a. It's literally just like you have to. It wouldn't be able to have like the ball base, but like you just have
Yeah.
like a fucking plastic cock in there and it pushes out.
Sawyer says, "Did your
I don't.
grandpa buy you a fleshlight?"
No, my grandfather's stepson bought me a Pokemon cup, and we didn't talk about the flashlights.
Don't ask, don't tell.
I
See, it's crazy that the back of Spencer's used to be this like urban legend, for children, and now
had no fucking clue. It was a true mystery to me. Nobody warned me. The staff in the
nobody
store
warned
saw a
you.
little 14-year-old boy in there and was like, probably don't go back there. I just fucking wandered into the dildo aisle with reckless abandon, and there
Well,
it
the
all was
the
around.
thing now is they have dildos at fucking Walmart in like the women's health section. So it's like nothing now. It's like pretty
I saw like a
destigmatized.
fucking I saw like a dildo fucking like plastic packaging that somebody like threw on the ground like near like a lake close to my house.
Oh god.
And it looked like it was like the cheapest dildo brand possible.
Yeah,
Like the graphic design was like so like shitty. It looked like a dollar store dildo just
a
based on
dollar
like the,
store
the
dildo.
graphics on the packaging.
It's probably a fucking Spencer's dildo.
Maybe,
Sawyer said they
perhaps.
get paid $8 an hour. That's not true. Uh, I think they get paid a little more than that. At least where I'm from.
Well, they probably get paid whatever the minimum wage is in your state.
Yeah.
I wouldn't doubt it. They're not a Walmart or like they're not like a Walmart or other big corpo type where they give you 15 because 15 is the buzz number.
Water Malonsky says I bought the Pride paraphernalia, Demi, with a sad face. Good for you. Buy that Pride
Oh,
paraphernalia.
hell yeah.
I love that we have like the same like only 4 people watch these streams, but we have like 4 like ride or die viewers who tune in like at any moment they drop whatever they're doing to watch Riley and Demi stream.
Big fans of the Trans Fat Experience. It's a great show. It's a wonderful show. We all love the show.
I want to get my channel monetized. That would be so cool to make money off of YouTube, but like I'm probably not gonna make anything more than a
You have the
couple
necessary
dollars.
amount of subscribers, right? You just got to get like watch time or
Watch
whatever
time, yeah.
to make more videos, buddy.
The problem is my videos are so short that they don't give me a lot of
Make
watch
longer
time.
videos.
I'm trying. I'm trying.
How could you not bullshit out a script that's longer than like 2 minutes?
Taylor Weaver says, first time watcher, I'm new. Congratulations. Thank you.
Welcome.
Welcome to the Trans Fat Experience. I'm the trans, he's the fat, and it's cool.
We're talking all about that stuff, all of it,
The trans and the
everything.
fat, talking all about that.
Yeah.
Down. Sorry, says I was doing chores. Water Malonsky says, you happen to stream when I go to lunch at work, lol. Yeah, I guess so. 12-hour Let's Plays. Genius. People are going to watch that whole thing, and it's going to give me all the watch time I need. Perfect. You just solved the watch time crisis.
I mean, that's what all the fancy Let's Players do is they'll make a Let's Play and then when we're done with it, they'll make like the complete edition where it's like a fucking 15-hour video. People do like that shit.
Sawyer says I'm new too. You're not new. You're old.
Very old head. Oh shit. My Chromebook has a low battery. Hold on.
Uh oh.
This thing's battery life is fucking legendary. Every laptop I've
Mm-hmm.
ever had has had like the worst battery life in existence. That's like the one good thing I can say about this Chromebook is
I
that
thought
I can leave it unplugged for more than like fucking 30 seconds and it will be alive for a while. For some reason, like every laptop I've ever owned prior to this one has had like fucking 2 hour battery life.
oh, my parents are screaming and fighting in the background. That's awesome.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Let's go. I love still living with my family. I'm 28, but at
That's the
least I'm
good
not
thing.
Mo.
That's
True,
the good
Sawyer.
thing about living with a single mother. She has nobody to fight with except me. So when there's fighting happening, I'm involved. I don't have to hear fighting awkwardly in the background.
Mm. Tell Riley to get a new laptop. Oh my god, Redux. Have you not been paying attention?
This is all he does. This is all he fucking does. I have a new computer. I have to fucking fix the CPU fan. So it's in the works, okay? I have a computer in my possession. I have this fucking screwdriver that I borrowed from work and I still have forgotten to return. That I used to open up this fucking computer so I can fix the fucking panel, the fucking CPU fan or whatever. I still can't get the panel off because it's fucking weird. I open up computers fucking every day, but the ones I use are like easy and have little door handles. You just pull on them and then the panel comes off. This one, there's some sort of fucking labyrinthian sliding process that I don't understand to make it fucking pop off.
Sawyer, you realize that I have problems too, right? Like you just like anytime Riley has a problem, you're just like, Riley, you piece of shit, fix that problem. And then like I talk about my problems and you're like, amazing Demigloom, you're the coolest person ever. You're so smart
The
and talented.
legend, so stunning, so
Legend.
brave.
Stunning and brave. So hard on Riley and Mo for no reason. I think it's really funny that Redux is banned from Mo's server.
Well, he's not. That's been reversed. He just
Oh.
chose not to return.
Oh, okay. Watermelonsy says Riley always sounds like he's on the verge of laughter. This is true. Always on the verge of laughter. Never quite there.
That's what being high sounds like, guys. I don't know if
Oh.
you know that.
Riley, will that be your excuse toward everything? The panel to everything. The panel doesn't open. Sometimes the
Is
panel
this
of
like a
life doesn't open, and you need. Sawyer says Debbie is
and you
too
need to borrow
precious.
a screwdriver.
Sawyer, I'm unemployed and I live with my parents. Make fun of me. Be mean to me, just like you're mean to Riley. Come on.
No credit, probably. He's always talking about how I have no credit.
No credit. I have no credit either.
No credit. You can't drive, probably. I don't
Yeah, I
think you
can't
did
drive.
that. I don't
I don't
recall.
know how to
No
fucking drive.
driving.
I'm a passenger princess. My fucking friends drive me everywhere.
Hell yeah. I'm a passenger princess, but specifically with one guy.
With the one guy, yeah.
Yeah. Fucking speaking of that, fucking the biggest tragedy has befallen me. Okay, I'm fucking grieving right now because I was hanging out with Patrick last night, and I bought two pre rolls at the weed store, and we smoked one of them, and then we were on my fucking porch because he doesn't smoke in his car, obviously, and then we went to Wendy's. When we went to Wendy's, for some reason, even though I was not gonna smoke it in his car, I brought it with me, and then I left it in his fucking car. I'm so mad.
Oh
The
my god.
whole fresh blunt that I spent money and paid for, fucking just sitting in Patrick's car, or having been smoked by Patrick already, is probably the more likely scenario.
Sawyer says Riley's a passenger boulder. Come on. Let's be real. Water Malonsky
Pretty
said
good.
something. They popped up on the thing, but not on the thing that stays. They were like, "Let's go, never get a car. Cars are a big mistake. Cars are a big mistake, but we do need them to navigate society." So I encourage people to drive, learn how to drive.
Go to a walkable. You gotta live in one of those walkable cities. They're always saying so much
These
about.
these mythical places that don't really exist. News,
These magical
hey,
realms known as
newsflash,
walkable
people.
cities.
To get from point A, sometimes there's places that you want to go to that are a little bit further away than you can reasonably walk to, no matter where you are.
That's what Uber's for.
Um, yeah, spend. It's literally cheaper to have a car than to Uber everywhere. So
Well, the thing is, I don't go places a whole lot. So when I
yeah,
do, I'm usually spending a shit ton on Ubers, but like that's not like a regular occurrence. Like when I went fucking hours away to go to fucking Carl, who are these podcasts live show. That was a pretty expensive Uber there and back.
yeah, but like most people have a life and they need to get around places more often than you do.
Yeah, it's true.
Water
That was a
Malonsky
fun
said,
show.
"No, I spent 3-ish years navigating the dystopia of North Utah on a bike, and it was the best time of my life." Fair.
I got too high before that show. The edibles were a mistake.
You said you thought the edible wasn't shit, and it was.
Yeah, I thought well, the edible wasn't that bad. I just got like a little sleepy, and I probably missed a little bit of it.
Which
I
show are
didn't
you
fall
talking about?
asleep, but there were moments where I was like, I went to a Who Are These Podcasts live
Oh,
show
that's what you're
like a
talking about.
year ago. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was
Watermelonsky, I
interesting.
may go back to that. I've gone lazy, but I don't think I can afford to be lazy these coming 4 years or longer. Fair.
It
Yeah.
was weird to like look upon. It was weird to like look upon internet celebrities in real life. That's the first time that's ever happened to me. It's like, whoa, that's Carl. He's like in the same room as me. What the hell?
Barrel says,
Especially because I went. There was like an after party at the bar after, so like I actually got to like talk to them for like some amount of time. Like I met Carl and I met Mersh and Royce because it was a Revenge of the Sis crossover show. I met fucking Vinny Paulino, who I loved, great guy, love Vinny.
I wonder if it's possible for me to learn how to fly a plane before I can drive a car. No, I think you need a driver's license to go to flight school. Don't quote me
Yeah,
on that.
no, I think so.
You never played GTA? You can't like
Even if you
not
don't
drive
need one, you
before.
need one.
Yeah. Back to the internet celebrity scene. That's how I felt when I met Michael Knowles. That was the first
Yeah,
time I met an internet celebrity. There was like my friend showed me an area, the filming location of a video game Donkey video. You know Donkey, right?
yeah.
He showed me the filming location of a video game Donkey video, and that was cool. Kind of a little weird because he lived in the same city as us for a while. Um, but then I met Ben Shapiro, kind of. I spoke to Ben Shapiro from like, like 50 or whatever feet away. Um,
But Michael Knowles, you fucking like yeah, sat down and had a
Michael
long
Knowles,
conversation
Michael
with.
Knowles, I shook the man's hand and spoke to him for like 30 something minutes. And it was like the opposite of starstruck. Because like starstruck is when you're like really happy to meet somebody. And I was excited to meet him. I was excited to have the conversation. But like it's not like I like the guy. It's like I'm
Now,
meeting a
even
guy
if
that
I
I
didn't let, even if it's like an internet guy who I hate, if I met them, I probably would have like the same. Like if I met fucking Maddox, I'd be like, holy shit, bro.
but like you have a love-hate relationship with Maddox. Like you appreciate a lot of his work.
That's true. I
Whereas with
suppose you don't have anything to. Like Michael Knowles, I feel like you're a fan of his charisma. You wish it was used for good, when it is in fact used for evil.
yeah. Watermelonsky says you didn't speak to Ben, you initiated verbal domination. This is kind of true.
Hell yeah!
I think with the Ben Shapiro thing, it's just like if you agree with me, you'll agree that I asserted my point really well, and if you agree with Ben Shapiro, you think that he won because he just said like it's a biological fact, man. Meh.
It's the whole. There's always like there's one argument they can cling on to, and that ruins the whole thing. It's the fact that you used woman in the definition of the word woman completely invalidates anything else you said or even clarification on that point you made. Once you said that, it was over for you because all the little conservatives are like, huh? Use the word in the word definition for the word. What a fucking
But I
idiot,
didn't even
huh?
I didn't even use the word in the word. I said woman. Like, a murderer is someone who commits murder. A teacher is someone who teaches. Um, like a mother is someone who exhibits motherhood towards a person. People agree with that. A woman is someone who exhibits womanhood, and I can
And no,
define
you're
what
right.
womanhood is. But it's like it's fucking Matt Walsh, man. It's that stupid documentary.
What is a woman?
What is he just doesn't know. He just never learned in sex ed.
I've never seen one.
I've never seen one. Did I talk about my new puppy on the last show?
I don't think you had him yet on the last show.
Yeah, I got a new puppy. He's a puppy, and he's a pupper, and he walks around and he whines and he barks and he licks my face all the time. He still bites a little bit, but he's a nice guy. We haven't
He's
picked a
just
name yet.
teething. Poor boy.
Yeah, he's just teething. He's teething and he's hurting. He has that like sheepdog instinct where he like has to like he'll like bite your ankles a little bit and like walk in a direction to like lead you in the right spot.
Oh, horrible.
It's pretty cute, but it hurts. It hurts pretty bad. He bit my face a couple times too. Like, and I'm like, no,
Oh,
no, 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 can't do
that's
that.
gonna suck. The getting bit on the face. So there's something about the skin and like how it is distributed on the face. A bite to the face, not good.
Beryl says I fear watching Walsh because I feel like if I did, I'll have a stroke. That's fair. I'm not
I've never
watching that
watched any of them
documentary.
outside of their interaction with Demigloom. I considered going to see Am I Racist in theaters, but I missed it, and it's not as cool to watch it at home. I just thought it was really funny that he got it in theaters, and I wanted to see it there for the novelty, but I missed the window.
I pirated Lady Ballers because it was. I thought that movie was gonna be funny. I thought it was gonna be like so bad that it's like somewhat entertaining. But it was
Yeah,
just
I've
like,
heard that it was like it was disappointing even in that regard.
yeah, it was just
I
boring.
haven't watched it.
There were a couple funny moments in it, but like overall, like the joke is like if you don't find transphobia like funny in and of itself, it's not a funny movie. Like the joke is
It's like
just transphobia.
they're going for the kind of aesthetic. Like I love like shitty raunchy comedy B movies, and that's what they were going for. But they don't have like the comedic talent to do that,
No, not at all.
so it just comes off as fucking a wet noodle the whole time.
Yep. It was so boring, dude. Nothing remarkable about any of the characters. There was a funny moment where one of the characters had like PTSD from playing the Badgers in the Wisconsin Badgers, the college basketball team, and he like fought. I don't remember what happened. He like fought a giant like Bucky. Do you know Bucky Badger?
Bucky Badger, no.
He's just like our state. He's like our state sports mascot for college, but he's also like the mascot for the University of Wisconsin and just Wisconsin in general.
Okay,
Um,
so he's a Badger.
yeah, he's a giant badger, and like he like fights a giant Bucky Badger to like overcome his trauma, and they track him down in like a cabin in the woods, and he has like a bunch of like taxidermy badgers like everywhere because he lost to the badgers or something. Like that's kind of funny. That's kind of a funny bit. Um, Other than that, there wasn't a lot. There were no laugh out loud moments. They're just like moments,
You
you
could
know.
make you could make this good. Like just hire actors who have money. Don't fucking put your weirdo guys who can't act in there.
Yeah,
It hired some guys. Fucking Adam Sandler's making Happy Gilmore too. Apparently that's gonna be some weird right wing thing. I bet it's gonna be better than Rady Ballers.
Rady Ballers.
Rady Ballers, my bad. Ruru Remen.
um, it's gonna be a weird right wing thing. Is Adam Sandler on the right wing grift now?
I guess so, cause like
I know he went on Joe
it
Rogan.
was it was announced that Happy Gilmore 2 was happening, and then he said, like, in some press release that he's like, I'm tired of the wokes ruining comedy and saying what jokes we can't make. Happy Gilmore's 2 is gonna be not woke.
Adam Sandler's comedy style is like the least affected by cancel culture. His comedy style, oh my god.
My puppy.
Oh, you'll hear that.
Did hear that. Only the one bark. I got one bark in there. I got the cameo.
I'm
Oh,
gonna go.
there's bark number 2.
I'm gonna see if he's okay.
3.
Actually, I think he's with my mom,
Oh,
but I'm not
buddy.
certain. Give me a second. Entertain chat.
It's time for the puppy check, folks. Demigloom's got to see what's going on with the puppy. Let's look at the chat. What's going on with the chat? I gotta pull up chat. Hold up. Let me talk to chat. She's already back, and I didn't even successfully pull up chat at the time that she was gone. Good talk, everybody.
All right, I'm back. Wait, why
Welcome
is it
back.
frozen? Okay.
Is it frozen?
No, it was for a second. He had to go in the crate for a little bit. He was being naughty.
Naughty boy.
Naughty boy. Poor guy. He's barking and whining. I feel bad, but
Poor little guy.
he wouldn't stop biting.
True. Gotta stop doing that.
Sawyer says
Stream won't
Riley.
play for me, and I don't know if that's my phone being stupid or if the stream doesn't exist. There we go.
Sawyer says Riley, tell us a story. Any hand wiping stories, as if you have like a bunch.
It's one time in an act of desperation.
I got a question, Riley. When you wipe, do you use your right hand or your left hand?
My right hand, 'cause it's my dominant hand.
That's interesting because I use toilet paper.
Damn it! Shit!
You have been gotten, my friend.
Oh, I did get got.
Jesus Christ, people are gonna think there's like a dog, like I have like a dog fighting ring in my house.
Fucking Michael Vick over here.
Who's that?
Some like Hollywood dude who had a dogfighting ring secretly.
Oh, that's fucked up. I know there was that like NFL
Yeah.
player who had dog fighting going on too. I uploaded videos of my dogs play fighting on my YouTube channel when I was 12, and I would title them like "Dog Fight Emma versus Punky," and they got like I think they're still up, surprisingly, but like with no context, it's like a kid uploading dog fight videos.
Hell yeah. Metal as fuck.
Well, my lunch is over in 2 minutes. I stand with y'all. I'm gonna do what I can for people I know. Godspeed and never stop fighting. Thank you, Watermelon C. Sawyer said Mike Vick is the NFL player.
Oh, I thought he was a Hollywood guy.
Guess not. Thank you for watching, Watermelonsky.
Hi, Watermelowski.
So yeah.
Yeah. What else is going on? Yeah, I feel like the whole world is dominated by one piece of news that we don't want to harp on too much.
One Piece? One Piece?
Ha! Oh, real quick, I guess we'll promise softly that this might be the last time we bring up election stuff. But I tried to solicit an explanation from my fellow Twitter left wingers, and nobody bit. I'll ask you here now. So what is this business where people keep posting this headline? This headline that I've never seen a real article linked for in my life, so I don't even know if it's real. And if it is real, I don't know why it matters, because it would have to be the other side that would have to do it hypothetically. If it was real, I would believe. What is that article where it's like Hamas immediately ends the war upon Trump's reelection? Have you seen this article that people keep posting the headline of?
No. That sounds like satire to me.
Really? It has to be, but like people are posting it like it's real.
Did you try Googling it?
I probably should have. It was just weird that nobody ever linked it. I just saw like 85 screenshots of the fucking headline. Trump, Hamas. Okay, it is real. Newsweek.com. Hamas calls for, quote, immediate end to war after Trump election win. I feel like it would have to be Israel.
Yeah.
You're the ones being genocided, not the ones genociding. I think it's Israel who has
Well,
to call it end.
Is Hamas gonna release their hostages? Are they gonna surrender?
Oh, perhaps. Let's see. Um, a senior Hamas official is called. Damn it, fucking ads. Newsweek.com. A senior Hamas official has called for an immediate end to Israel's war against the group in the Gaza Strip and a plan to achieve Palestinian statehood in remarks shared with Newsweek in wake of former President Donald Trump's election victory. The election of Trump as the 47th president of the USA is a private matter for the Americans, Hamas political bureau member and spokesperson Bassem Naim told News Network or Newsweek. Um, but Palestinians look forward to an immediate cessation of the aggression against our people, especially in Gaza. Blah blah blah. Zionists support Israel. Da, 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 da. Trying to figure out if this matters at all.
So they're just saying they look forward to an end. They want an end. They're not saying that they're calling for an end. They're not saying that they're ending the war. They're calling for Israel to end the war.
Restored to the return of the White House. Okay. Netanyahu. Okay, something about Netanyahu.
He's the prime minister of Israel.
Yeah. I took a big L. Did you happen to see the L that I took
No.
relating to Netanyahu? I kind of got some names mixed up in my brain. And Mo Zelensky tweeted something about Trump, and Mo replied to it and said like, "Ha, we're gonna be asking for all our money back now, you motherfucker." Um, and I got some names mixed up in my head, and perhaps got Zelensky and Netanyahu mixed up in my head. And I went off on Mo being like, Trump supports Israel more. What the fuck are you talking
Oh my
about?
god.
And then Trump's like, no, Zelensky's the you or Mo's like, no, Zelensky's the Ukraine one. And then I deleted the tweet and I said, well, I've deleted my extremely embarrassing tweet, and now it looks like you're talking to nobody. So in a way, I win.
Okay. I deleted the tweet.
I deleted the tweet.
Oh, I have bad news for you, Riley, regarding the issue crew.
Oh, oh.
Last night, I went full blown moron. I deleted
Aw,
the
you didn't,
episode.
didn't
I
even
didn't
do the
say it. I didn't
bit.
even do
You
the bit.
deleted the
I
episode.
deleted the episode because I was clearing files from my computer and I cleared the zip file. I didn't realize I had it saved as a zip file. I thought I had it saved as just an FL Studio project. So I have to start editing over today. But I will get it done today. So don't worry about that.
Okay.
Thanks for recording a 2 hour
At least
long
you still
episode
have
with
it.
5 hosts, by the way.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You didn't even put the names on the last one, Debbie. You're slacking.
I ran out of Canva Premium. I can't do that anymore. Pay for
Put
employee Canva
You could put
Premium.
names with Canva regular.
No, but you can't save it as a PNG. Save the text as a PNG and then import it to another software and put it on.
Did you not just like put text in FL Studio?
Not really, no. I guess I could. I guess I could just save it, let it export for 4 hours, put it in another editing software, add text, and then let it export for another 4 hours. You want me to do that? It would take way longer.
There has to be a better way. Put fucking names on the screen.
I can go back to the square ones if you want that.
You could go to like a funny text generator and just like do it that way. They give
Yeah,
you
that's true.
PNGs.
That's true. If they'll give me like a border around the yeah, I could probably pull that off. Yeah, I guess I'll do that.
And that episode was you in classic form of showing up, saying two sentences, and then leaving suddenly.
Yeah. Well, I initiated a game show because shit was getting
You
dry.
did.
I saved it. No, shit wasn't actually getting dry.
I mean, I don't know how that episode was because again, I was asleep for a lot of it. I really need to stop doing that, but you
Stop
know,
falling asleep on a. If you
we
take
all have
yourself
our
seriously as a
problems.
podcast host, maybe don't fall asleep on your shows.
It's hard when it's audio only and it's multiple people, and sometimes
Nathan
I have to
Mann
let other
says,
people
"Hi Demi,
talk.
hi Riley. Is beef tallow good for you? I put it on my face." Sorry, I had to ask because that didn't show up in the mini chat, so I was gonna
I
disappear.
mean, apparently it was really good for the McDonald's
Yeah,
fries, and then they got rid of it, and the fries got worse. So maybe it is good for your face. Who knows?
don't put
If you
beef
want your
tallow on
face
your
to
face.
taste more delicious, maybe you're trying you're trying to impress a partner of some sort. You make your face taste like beef tallow. Maybe it'll be addicting, just like the McDonald's fries.
Riley only makes out with a girl if she has like beef tallow lipstick on.
Fucking like fucking bacon flavored lip gloss. What is
Yeah,
like the fattest like thing?
that's pretty funny.
If you want it to be sweet, maybe like a Twinkie flavored
Oh god.
gloss.
You just take the paste from the Twinkie and put it on your lips. You know how like Shrek takes like a dead fish and like just like squeezes out the guts on his toothbrush?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's what you do with a Twinkie to brush your teeth. You just like the tough off a Twinkie and then
Man, Shrek is such a good movie.
it is. Do you think Shrek 5 is going to be good?
I hope so.
It's made by Illumination. You think they can handle Shrek?
Yeah, but like they have the original cast, and I think there's like a lot of people working in Illumination that used to work at DreamWorks, and like I think it'll be okay.
I don't know why they didn't just get the Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. That's what it's called, right? The Puss in Boots: The Last Wish
Yeah.
people to make Shrek 5.
Who's making Shrek 5? Do we know? Is it not the
Illumination.
Puss in Boots?
The Puss in Boots
Oh,
people
yeah,
at
but like,
DreamWorks.
yeah, I guess I don't know why they pawned it off to Illumination, but you know, I think it'll be okay. They're getting the original cast back. It
If
could be
there's gonna be a
fun.
fucking Minions cameo
Yeah, obviously.
in a Shrek
Not in the
movie,
movie, not in the movie itself. It's gonna be like at the logo in the logos at the beginning.
no, they're gonna put
The
it.
Illumination logo is gonna come up, and then Bob's gonna crawl out of the O, and he's gonna be like, ba ba da da.
Why is that funny to listen to you describe? Sonic the Centipede says hi. Sonic the Centipede, the biggest fan of company logos, as we know. Do you know about her
Yes. Oh
channel
yeah.
with
She has like fucking a million views on
like
a
over
company
like 2
logo
million
thing, right?
views on a
Jesus Christ.
company logo YouTube channel? We were watching the Scholastic intro the other day, and it was like super nostalgic. Do you remember the Scholastic intro?
No, with Scholastic making like cartoons. Scholastic was a book company to
Yeah, they
me.
had like the little animated things for the books that they had. They would like read the book and like have like the pictures like animated a little. I don't know if you remember that at all.
Yeah, I don't think I ever messed with those. I'm sure that I knew they existed to some extent, but I don't think I ever really looked at them.
I guarantee you had to watch it at school. You just
Bro,
don't remember.
The Scholastic Book Fair was a beautiful place.
Do they still do those?
I I don't see why not.
I think I heard like they were done.
How could the kids live without the Scholastic Book Fair?
I don't know, but the book fair was the shit. I would always get like Guinness World Records Gamers Edition, the new Diary of Wimpy Kid, and like a Lego Star Wars book.
I don't even remember what I ever bought at the book fair. I feel like I was like the poor kid. I feel like I didn't buy much of anything at the book fair. Maybe like one book. It was just like walking around the book fair, picking up the books and reading them all day
Sonic the
during the
Centipede
book
says they
fair.
do. She probably had one at her school last year. Goosebumps is nostalgic. Chicken
They're
Noodle
still
Soup for the
doing.
soul. Scholastic Book Fair is still around. Goosebumps is nostalgic, Sawyer. I love Goosebumps.
I guess they were under fire recently because they dared to have race and gender related books, so that's cool.
Goosebumps or the Scholastic Book Fair?
No, yeah, the Scholastic Book
Oh,
Fair.
I thought there was a woke Goosebumps.
I
Do you remember that shitty Goosebumps movie?
don't think I ever read Goosebumps. That's actually that's the only piece of Goosebumps media I've ever consumed is the fucking weird movie from a few years ago
It's from like 2018 or 2017, and they have like,
with the fucking weird puppet guy, and I think Jack Black was in it maybe.
yeah, and R.L. Stein was like a middle-aged man when R.L. Stein is like 80 in real life. Hold on, let me Google this.
It's like a weird fever dream because I know I saw that movie, but I don't know why or with who.
I think Jack Black played Slappy, yeah, the dummy. Did he play R.L. Stein?
Shit, this was 2015. Did I see this movie with my grandmother? Maybe. But why did I want to see this? It might have literally been one of those situations where occasionally there would be times where my grandmother would just be like, have me check the movie listings and pick something, and I would just have to like pick whatever was there. And sometimes there'd be nothing I was actually interested in, so I just like pick a random kids movie. So I guess that's probably what happened here. Why I saw the fucking Jack Black Goosebumps.
Directed by Rob Letterman, based on R.L. Stein's children book. Where's the? Yeah, Jack Black plays R.L. Stein. Yeah, what the fuck? Who would? Whose idea was this? Why is Jack Black R.L.
Oh
Stein?
no.
Why is Jack Black in everything now? He's got to have had the greatest comeback of like all time.
Shit, the Dragon Ball Daima premiere is like fucking tomorrow, isn't it? I don't have any money.
Are you gonna go see Dragon Ball in the movie theater?
Yeah, bro, they're premiering the first 3 episodes of the new anime in theaters, the
Oh,
English dub, and I'm very excited.
that's cool.
I
They should
also want
get.
to see Venom: The Last Dance.
I don't want to see Venom the Last. I'm gonna see it. I'm gonna pirate it after. I mean, I'm gonna sail the seven seas to go to the movie theater to watch it with my pirates.
It opens tomorrow. I'm probably not gonna be able to go tomorrow, but
Sonic the Centipede said,
Tuesday
"Oh
I
my god, one
probably
time me
can
and my
go.
grandma had seen every movie in the theaters, so we had to go see Mamma Mia 2. Every kid's movie in the theaters, so we had to go
Ah,
see Mamma Mia 2.
Mamma Mia, here we go again.
They tried to make us watch Mamma Mia in the mental hospital, and it was so fucking boring.
I probably like Mamma Mia. I'm just a sucker for musicals. Nobody likes fucking the 2012 Les Mis, and we watched it for Detour Head, and I fucking adored that movie.
Venom: The Last Dance is trash," said Sonic. "Not even funny like the first two. Damn." Venom 2 had a gay joke, and it was really funny. It was like executed very well. It was him.
The Venom 2 is a genuinely excellent film to me. I know everybody thinks I'm crazy for thinking that Venom and Venom 2 are great movies, but I think they're genuinely great. Especially 2.
How did you enjoy Venom 2?
It was awesome.
It's like the worst movie. It had like the shittiest CGI ever. It had like the weirdest cast choices.
I love like stupid CGI Punch Fest. I loved Woody Harrelson as fucking Carnage. I love the whole thing. Venom's cool. Fucking the guy whose name for some reason is escaping me. You know that
Eddie
guy,
Brock
Tom
or
Hardy.
Tom
Yeah,
Hardy.
no, I remember Eddie Brock. I was trying to remember the actor.
Riley, do you like when shows or cartoons become musicals for the episode? I love that.
Yes, so much. My favorite thing in the fucking world, bro. My favorite thing.
I love when South Park does that. I love when My Little Pony does that. I love when
Well, My
what
Little
other shows
Pony
have done
kind
it?
of is a musical. There's
Not
a
every
song in
episode.
like almost every
No,
episode.
there's not. There's not a song in almost every episode. There's like a song like every couple episodes.
Yeah, no, musical episodes are a great thing. But one of my favorite episodes of The Flash is the
Oh
musical
yeah, of course you
crossover with
love the Flash.
Supergirl. Well, yeah, it's pretty good. It's a
Eddie
little
Brock is the
weird
most
later,
confusing
but it was good
fucking
for a long
performance of
time.
all time. Tom Hardy is Eddie Brock. Yeah. I like the
I think
thing about the Venom
this.
movies is I love the chemistry between Venom and Eddie Brock. I love their like weird like married couple relationship that they have, but I don't like the actual like I don't care about the like Riley, do you remember the name of the villain from the first Venom movie?
Fuck no, not
Do you
even a
even
little
remember who
bit.
the villain was?
He was just another symbiote. I don't remember what he was called.
Yeah, he was just some like random like scientist guy with a symbiote.
Yeah, there was the evil scientist man with evil symbiote, and I don't remember either of their names.
Because they're so unremarkable.
Yeah, that movie was about fucking Tom Hardy. The movie was about the movie was a buddy cop movie between Tom Hardy and Tom Hardy, and it was the best.
You know what I think? I think that
What?
the Venom should just be a sitcom. That would be so much better.
Dude, I would want. They should make Sony should fucking work with Disney. They should make the Disney Plus Venom show where it's just a fucking Venom sitcom.
They like enter the MCU and get into a bunch of wacky shenanigans. Like people would love that.
Yes.
But they're so like Marvel, anything Marvel related, they're so addicted to giving the fans what they want. It's unfucking believable.
I think they killed Miss Marvel, which is pretty tragic.
Damn. I don't even think I've seen Miss
I don't,
Marvel.
I don't I don't think that show's getting a new season. I haven't finished the first season because I'm terrible at finishing things. But the half that I saw was really good, and then I saw The Marvels, and I really enjoyed her in that. I guess she's gonna be in like they're gonna do the Young Avengers eventually, and she's probably gonna be in that.
Do you
But
remember
it's a shame her show's not coming back.
do you remember that kids movie, The Next Avengers or whatever?
I remember seeing like pictures of it, and being like, "What the fuck is
The
this?"
Next Avengers was such a bang. I wasn't even like a huge Marvel kid. That movie was such a banger. That was like my favorite superhero movie of all time as a kid.
I wasn't really into traditional superheroes as a kid. Like I didn't get into them as much as I am now until like it was Avengers Infinity War that did it. Everybody was so like talking about Avengers Infinity War and how cool Avengers Infinity War was. And then I went to the theaters and I saw Avengers Infinity War and I was like this this Spider-Man guy is awesome. And then I watched a bunch of Spider-Man and that kind of spiraled me down to other traditional superheroes. Well, it was Spider-Man, and it was also like the CWDC shows, which I think get a bad rap for no reason.
Gotham,
Perhaps, yeah, and perhaps they get no, not Gotham. Gotham doesn't count. Like Arrow and onward, because they all
Arrowverse.
share like a
Yeah.
superhero universe. The Arrowverse, yeah, Arrow and the Flash and Supergirl and shit. Although really, I never really watched any of the ones except for Arrow and the Flash, besides crossovers. I tried Supergirl and I just didn't get into it. Even though I really like her in the crossovers, which I think has to do with like creative staff, because obviously Supergirl has different creative staff than the Flash and Arrow. So when that creative staff gets their hands on Supergirl, they do good stuff. But I guess whoever they actually hired for the show is not as good.
Spider-Man is best superhero. There's not a single element of quality in Venom 1 and 2. That's so funny. Um, Sick of Tom Hardy's Venom. I never thought he was good at all. In the joke of how terrible he is has gotten old. Sonic the Centipede says The Flash and Gotham are like the worst shows ever made. Lol.
Flash gets weird at points, okay, but it was a really solid show for at least four
I just
seasons,
know
and it has
the scenes with
uh,
really bad CGI
times
in
of
The Flash.
It just has times of solidness throughout the rest of its run.
I thought Deadpool 2 had really bad CGI, and then I saw clips from The Flash, and the CGI is like literally like polygon, like N64 characters walking around. That's a bit of an exaggeration. It's like late PS2 game characters running around, like Ben 10 Protector of Earth graphics, just upscaled to HD.
Maybe I literally only like The Flash because of Cisco. Because I did stop watching it almost immediately after he left the show and have not finished it yet. I love that guy. I hope he does like comedy stuff in the future.
I
'Cause he
think we
was like
need
great.
I think we need a Gwenpool show where it's Gwenpool just like navigating the multiverse and exploring funny shenanigans, and it can be a cameo fest. With no
Make a Gwenpool
consistent.
make a Gwenpool show and have the guy who played Cisco play that like boy that she's friends with who dies. That'd be pretty good.
I think
I think that guy was like a goth boy or something.
hmm,
I don't know if he fits that vibe.
I'm trying to think.
Help Joshua Bassett does more comedy acting. He's like fucking great in that High School Musical show. And his music career is too good now that I doubt he's gonna bother to be in fucking sitcoms or anything. But he's got that like he's got that boyish charm like it's literally fucking Drake from Drake and Josh. He's the second coming, and he's never gonna be in a sitcom again because now he's like a super successful musician.
Sonic the Centipede says who should be Gwenpool? Um,
Ooh, good question.
Billie Eilish.
Maybe.
No.
Maybe.
They need to get somebody who doesn't look like Gwenpool in like the comic Gwenpool. I think, or if we're going for like a direct one to one, if we're going for a direct one to one. I mean, really anyone can have like Gwenpool has like a bob, so like any bitch with a bob looks the same.
Put
Um,
like Peyton List in there. She still plays a teenager on Cobra Kai. She can make it work.
I thought Gwenpool was like
It's like
21.
the
Or, like
oh,
no,
yeah,
she's
yeah.
19,
Well,
I think.
the Peyton List is like fucking 24, but she still plays a teenager on Cobra Kai.
Um, I'm trying to think. Gwenpool. Who could play her?
See, every like comedic performance I enjoy from a girl is from like a movie from 10 years ago, so now they're too old.
Yeah. Speaking of too old, I've always said the guy who
I
could
was gonna say
play.
Olivia Thirlby because of her judo performance, but she's like fucking 35 now.
I have a very hot take, and I want to know what you think about this.
Okay.
Anyone can look like Gwenpool, but we need someone who truly embodies her. Yeah, this is true. Um, I think Samuel L. Jackson in like the early 2000s.
In drag?
No, not in, no,
As
no, no, no,
Gwenpool?
no, not as Gwenpool, as Batman,
Ooh.
because I think he would be the perfect balance between a bad motherfucker and a like billionaire guy. Perfect balance. Samuel L. Jackson would be Samuel L.
What
Jackson.
if Robert
Gwenpool, as
Downey
Sonic
Jr.
says.
played Batman?
That'd be stupid.
Weird alternate universe. Robert Downey Jr. is Batman. Fucking that the guy who plays Patrick Bateman. His name is escaping me. Christian Bale. That's it. Christian Bale is Iron Man.
That
How do
would
we
be
feel
so.
about this
That would be
alternate
so
universe?
dumb. It just feels wrong because Robert Downey Jr. is so iconic as Iron Man. He has such a specific personality and swagger to him.
And I don't know if Robert Downey Jr. as Batman would work, but I feel like Christian Bale as Iron Man would work.
Tom Cruise almost played Iron Man, said Sonic the Centipede. That's crazy.
That
I don't like Tom Cruise that much.
I don't really see him in much. Not watching all these classic films. I haven't seen Mission Impossible. I haven't seen Top Gun. I almost saw Top Gun too because everybody was saying it was like actually good for some reason. Everybody was shocked that it wasn't awful.
Sonic said Christian Bale was a bad Batman, but the best on-screen Bruce Wayne. I agree with that. I don't think he was a bad Batman though. I think he was a really good Batman, but I think he was a much better Bruce Wayne. And I also think
Is it the same argument for every superhero that we have about Spider-Man, where it's like this guy's a good Peter Parker but a bad Spider-Man, this guy is a good Spider-Man but a bad Peter Parker?
I think what the hell's his name? Robert Pattinson was a great Batman, but a horrible Bruce Wayne. He was not a convincing like billionaire. I think I unironically I didn't like the movies he was in, but I liked Ben Affleck as Batman. I think that worked pretty well.
Yeah, from what little I've seen of him, he was good. I haven't seen his main films. I've only seen him in like The Flash,
I've only seen him in
but he was
Batman
pretty
v
cool.
Superman, and he was a pretty good Batman there.
The Flash was such like a surprise. Like it's not like amazing by any stretch, but it was actually a genuinely pretty good movie.
Really?
I enjoyed it.
I
The
watched like the
CGI was
first.
bad, but other than that, it was quite enjoyable.
Yeah, because they had AI. They were integrating like 2020 AI in in the movie. Batflick would be perfect if he wasn't fucking mowing down everyone. Are you talking about when the scene where he had a gun in Batman v Superman?
Wish Batfleck had a movie to just be a Batman.
Yeah,
He didn't even get to do a Batman film. He just did Batman versus Superman and Justice League.
do you remember when like people involved with the Flash movie were like, "Listen, this movie's gonna be so good, you're gonna forget about the horrible things Ezra Miller did." They were like, "Listen, we
Did he
hear you."
say that?
Yeah, they were like, "But this movie's gonna be so good, none of the controversy's gonna matter." Why is your camera like 90 frames per second in like 240p?
I don't know.
Yes, and also the scenes where he was running everyone over with the Batmobile. Yeah, I remember I was watching The Flash in a mental hospital because they gave us iPads at this one mental hospital I was at, and they had like some movies like pre-installed on there, or not pre-installed. We had like a weird streaming service with like a couple movies, and The Flash was one of them. And I was like, whatever, I'll try watching The Flash to fall asleep too. And I saw the scene where he like eats like the protein bar and he like starts running, and it was so bad. I was like, fuck this. I'm not watching this bullshit, dude.
Scene where he like saves a bunch of babies from a falling building, even though the CGI is atrocious. It's fucking great.
Batman v Superman is terrible, truly awful film, and also when he was bashing people's heads in. Yeah,
It's also really funny because he takes a baby out of a microwave. So now that that footage exists, you can reverse it to make it
yeah,
look like the Flash is putting a baby into the microwave.
that is really funny. Man, ever since I read Watchmen, though, I'm like, fuck superheroes. Like Watchmen is just the best. It's just so much better
I
than
haven't read
anything else.
Watchmen, so I couldn't tell you
You have to
the
read
scene or
Watchmen and you have to watch the
anything.
HBO series. The HBO series is a 10 out of 10. I don't care what people say. I understand that Alan Moore doesn't like it. Um, and that's fine. Alan Moore, the creator of Watchmen, hates the HBO series. He doesn't respect his intellectual property being used. But like it is a great
I
show. It is.
saw. I've never seen it. I gotta watch it. I saw Invincible season one and thought it was gonna redefine superheroes for me, and then I just lost interest and didn't watch season two because it took too long.
Damn. I'm probably gonna watch The Boys, even though I've heard a lot of bad things about it.
I have not watched The Boys. I've heard good things about The Boy. I've heard it gets bad, but I've heard good things about Early Boys, and I definitely want to see it.
Well, it
And see
becomes
how it
woke.
develops.
It becomes woke is probably why you think the people around you think it gets bad.
Maybe.
Sonic the Centipede, read Watchmen. It's so good. This Alan Moore is goaded. Yeah, Read Watchmen. Lost Girls and V for Vendetta are great. I need to read. I was gonna read V for Vendetta next, and then Lost Girls. Excuse me.
I want to play a fucking video game. I can't get myself into video games.
Same, dude.
Somebody's knocking on my door. Maybe it's Patrick bringing back my weed.
All right, break time.
I muted myself and I meant to turn my camera off. Yeah, entertain the audience.
All right. What's up, chat? Everyone, tell me how your day's going. Oh, I think it's just Sonic the Centipede in here right now. Whatever. Tell me how your day's going. I'm a rap tonight at the function. I've got an appetite for hermaphrodites and destruction. Pretty okay. Cool. Just woke up. Fair. I also just woke up like right before doing the show. Eating pudding. Bill Cosby ruined pudding for me, honestly. Can't do pudding. I like banana pudding. Which what is the rooster and which what is the hen? Trans men are women and trans women are men. Republicans are screaming at ears like we are deaf, but I'm a rapper screaming all in your ears for queer rep. Why the fuck would I care? You think I'm a degenerate fag? In the front of your front lawn's a Confederate flag. And don't even get me started on these hometown hags. There hasn't been competition since pronoun rag. I'm not good at breath control today. You treat the world sick and you treat your enemies worse. You bioessentialist clenching fists is my every virtue. The same ones who said they would never hurt you are right around the corner in order to fucking slurk you. I'm never gonna make it to a 9 plus 10, though my neighborhood is safer than practicing safe sex. I'm sick of bitches lying and I'm sick of fake friends. So wake me up when Pride Month ends.
It was just Amazon.
Oh. You know I've got two kinds of ED, so tell me why the fuck you try to be me, Just buy my CD and listen while you cry and I die in a VC. What up, Bradley? How you doing?
Wow. That was pretty good.
Thank you. I like the EE rhyme scheme. It's pretty good. Glasscore. What's up, Glasscore? We got this German guy in chat. He's awesome.
Love that guy. What's up, Glasscore?
I love people from other countries getting into my content. It's awesome. It makes me feel like Mr. Worldwide.
Whoa, I'm all around the world, man.
Yep. What else do we have to talk about today? We're about halfway through the show.
I need to get back into some wholesome podcasts. Oh God, what happened? Oh, that it must have. I accidentally pressed a button on my keyboard that's over to the side, and it somehow turned my camera off. I guess. But you know, all the like, I didn't have to be this way. The only reason I listen to all alt-right podcasts is because all my favorite wholesome podcasts ended.
Yeah. That's a really funny way. But yeah, I just blatantly admits I only listen to alt-right podcasts. I don't think I
Yeah.
listen to any alt-right podcasts anymore, like even just for the entertainment. Like, this is a wholesome podcast. This is true. This is a wholesome podcast. Sonic Centipede says, "Do you like Pitbull?" I don't know if you saw the thumbs down. I don't really like Pitbull. I only like that one song, like "Forget about your boyfriends and meet me at the hotel." I like that song, even though it's about adultery. Ew. I remember like one time. I
You.
remember like one time Maddox was like, "Fucking in adultery," and he was like, Dick was like, "What are you, a fucking priest? Adultery?" Like, it's a funny word. It's a funny word to use to describe something you hate.
You fucking freeze. That's pretty
Priest.
good.
Sonic says, "I love Pitbull, but there's fire emojis, so I'm assuming it's ironic." Is this sponsored? Is this podcast sponsored I said, is this sponsored? Is this podcast sponsored by the Anthony Cumia Network? No.
That's a weird pull.
Who's Anthony Cumia?
He's the Opie and Anthony guy.
Oh, he's
And now he
Anthony
has
from
his
Opie
own
and
show
Anthony.
where he talks about how racist he is and how he loves Donald Trump.
Oh, awesome.
I have listened to the Anthony Cumia show before, but I'm definitely not listening to it now. All the new episodes where he's talking about how much he loves fucking Donald Trump. I'm just listening to it when he has fucking Jim Norton on from like 6 years ago. That
Um,
the reunion of all the people who mattered on Opie and Anthony, Anthony and Jim Norton.
Sonic Centipede says, I think I like Pitbull unironically. Fair. To each their own. I'm legitimately not sure. Um, I like Flow Rida better than Pitbull. I think Flow Rida has more bops. And Flow Rida created middle school dances, okay? For generations, elementary and middle school dances were ruled by Flow Rida.
So true. I remember that. I remember the Flow Rida.
Glasscore says, what the hell are alt-right podcasts? Gavin McInnes?
I have listened to Gavin McGinnis. He's been on PKA a couple times and it was great.
Of course he's been on PK.
Him and Woody get into some conflict. And it's entertaining.
I would love to get some bigger, like since we pulled Mr. Beat and That Dang Dad, some pretty bigger left wing figures. I'm wondering if we could pull some bigger right wingers on middle school GSA.
Gavin McGinnis on
On
middle
middle school
school
GSA.
GSA.
Sonic says, "Did you see Nick Fuentes complaining about how the right isn't anti-Semitic or misogynist anymore?" Yeah, I did. I did see that. I'm cutting out for you, aren't I, Riley?
Yes, you are.
Oh, why is that happening? I know I'm not cutting out on the stream. Okay. This only happens when I talk to you. My circle doesn't light up all the
Maybe
way.
it's just me then.
But I see it
Maybe
on
I'm
my
just
end. I see my
weird.
circle not lighting up.
That's strange.
I would have Nick Fuentes on middle school GSA for a debate, or like Sargon of Akkad if we could pull him. I'm thinking I have hopes that middle school GSA will get bigger. Like I think there's a chance that someday we'll have like 10K subs. 10K subs. I think there's a chance we'll have that many in someday.
I
Do you think MSGSA will have 10K subs in 5 years?
think it's doable.
I think it's possible. Like
I think you could
5K.
get there.
You're working on
Do you
stream,
have
said
any?
Sonic the Centipede. Yeah, I'm working on stream.
Do
Fine.
you
I
have
know.
any?
Go on.
Do you have any guests lined up? Any big plans coming up?
Sonic the Centipede might like this one, but I don't think you don't know who. You don't know who this is. I asked. I don't know if I should disclose this, but fuck it, since nobody's gonna care. Clara Blackstone, a trans stand-up comedian. She's not very popular. Not very well known, but she was in the
I've heard
Austin.
you talk about her before.
Yeah, she had a great. She did a really great stand-up routine that's super underrated. She has a YouTube video of it called "Trans Comedian Destroys Her Reputation," and it was really funny. So I'm gonna try to get. I'm trying to get her on the podcast. For reasons I won't disclose, she's reluctant to come on, but she's still willing. So I'm trying to get her on the podcast. Anthony Fantano said Sonic the Centipede. No, we can't get fucking Anthony Fantano on the podcast. We can't get Anthony Fantano on the podcast. I see the fucking circle not coming up. Dave Chappelle. I would love to have Dave Chappelle on the podcast because I would love to challenge his transphobia. I appreciate a lot of his comedy, but I also am pretty morally disgusted by a lot of his work as well. Morally outraged. Ooh,
I
drama.
want Dave Chappelle to speak on the bravery that Dick and Vito showed on his behalf.
Dave Chappelle went from being the. I said this on Twitter once. He went from being one
When
of the.
When Joe Cristalli, creator of the Frasier reboot, Joe Cristalli assaulted Dick Masterson on Netflix property. Don't watch the new Frasier reboot. Joe Cristalli is a criminal getting away with criminal assault. I wanted to say that. Don't watch the new Frasier.
Okay. Um, I see you doing the like waiting for me to respond. I don't have
Am
anything
I
to
doing
say.
it? I'm not doing it. Really. That's
Yeah,
just kind of where my
you
face
literally
is
were.
right now.
Chat. Was Riley doing a?
That's
He was.
how my face just set in that moment. I don't know.
No.
Now I'm self-conscious.
Make sure you're like,
Yeah, fucking attention, neutral expression,
hello, podcast viewers. I am Riley. Um,
preaching.
what were we talking about before Dave Chappelle? Just people we
That
would have on the
you
podcast.
having right wingers on the show,
Yeah.
wingers.
Is Demi listening to any podcasts on the side? I'm not really listening to any podcasts right now. Um, I was getting into this. I think it was called Chill AF, an anime feminist podcast. That one was pretty good. I was listening to their episode about
Mm,
Kashimashi, which is a show that I liked, but also had complicated feelings on because there's some like pervy shit in it. Um,
mm.
what other I'm trying to think. I have listened to podcasts recently. I was listening to Lolcow Live a little bit. Uh, Pretty entertaining show, but like I just
My
can't.
old friend.
I just hate Keemstar. I just hate. I honestly kind of hate everyone involved with the show. I kind of hate the show, but it was kind of entertaining.
I liked it for a time. I lost love. Locale Live.
Yeah, it's. You said it was all fake now, right?
Yeah, that's what it became. Everybody thought it was all fake from the beginning. I don't think it was because I trust Tommy C, and he said that it was not. But what obviously happened, that it was very obvious, was the first Boogie has cancer stream happened, and Keemstar's eyes turned into dollar signs, and from there he was like, I can turn this into a fucking to be getting more rich. So I'm just gonna now play up this bit where I fucking I pretend to fire Boogie and then torture him with fake face tattoos and fucking various other stupid shit.
Do you
And we
think?
just like pretend to be upset with each other, and fucking Wings is also there. And fuck Tommy, we don't need him anymore. Let's just get rid of him real quick.
Do you think that when Boogie was like faking suicide attempts, like, do you think that actually happened? Because I believe that that happened.
Uh I think it might have become exaggerated. Like he did it like fucking 5 times. I think maybe you could convince me that 2 or 3 of them are real.
No, I think they were all fake. What I was asking is, do you think he even like did that in the first place? Like the story's Keemstar, he's like, I call Boogie, and he's fucking saying he's gonna kill himself. Like, do you think those stories are even real, or do you think he's just made it up?
I don't know, man. That could be true. That sounds like a boogie thing that could happen.
Yeah, I think he did. I think Boogie did that, but I think Boogie was faking it for sure, doing it for attention, being very
It's funny
manipulative.
how he said he was done with the internet, and then he immediately was not done with the internet at
No,
all.
everybody says that. Everybody's like, I'm quitting the internet. It's bad for my mental health, and they go right back on it.
It was such like a strong declaration because it was during the cancer stream. He's like, I know I'm not going to show you my medical records. My reputation is ruined. I'm just going to leave the internet forever. It's fine. Who cares? And then he was back on fucking Lolcow Live the next week. So
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't he still to this day be like, well, I didn't fake cancer, but I understand why that was the interpretation.
yes, he does not admit that he faked cancer, which just makes it so funny when they're like he's forgiven for faking cancer because he never stopped faking cancer. He still says he has cancer.
Did you see Daniel Bergoli announce that she has cancer, and then he quote tweeted it, and he was like, "You're gonna have to show Destiny your medical records."
Yeah, I quote tweeted that and said a joke about Boogie. He's now like a holy warrior against fake cancer. He
Yeah,
made a pact.
Locale Live was great for like a week, but it got boring. Not even the next week, like 1 or 2 days later. I think it was funny for a while. I think for a while it created isolated moments of entertainment value.
For me, it was like I was like genuinely in the shit for Locale Live. Like I listened to every episode for a long time, and there were two different. Locale Live had two different shows essentially. They had the Sunday podcast and the Tuesday live show. And I enjoyed them both, but at the end of the day, I was there for the Sunday podcast. It was, Boogie and Wings, and Tommy C, and Tommy would talk Boogie and Wings into saying all this stupid shit about their lives and opinions. And it was interesting to look into the machination of these strange individuals and learn about their ins and outs. And occasionally they'd like interview people. They'd have guests on, and they'd either be other lolcows that Tommy would make fun of, or they'd be other not lol cows that would join Tommy in making fun of Boogie and Wings. It was great. And I enjoyed the Tuesday shows too. Keemstar's a good entertainer. It became like kind of like a like fun drama cast, and it was interesting to see. It was interesting to see the pot calling the kettle situation that is Boogie and Wings talking shit about internet drama. It was fun. It was a good time. But over time, because live streams just do better financially, and because Keemstar can't keep his nose out of anything, even when he claims that he's going to, the Tuesday show slowly eclipsed the Sunday show until it was gone, and the Tuesday show was all that there was. And then that couldn't even remain the case because they needed the Tuesday show to become more and more fucking Boogie faked his cancer clown show. So Kim was like, okay, let's fire Tavi C and just fucking make the show all fake now.
Fake and gay. Fake and not real.
The most like obvious fucking snake job in the world. Keemstar is such a fucking motherfucker. He said he was gonna quit the show. He quote unquote quit the show. He did his like final stream. He was like, "I'm leaving the show to you, Boogie and Wings, and Tommy when he comes back. And, you guys have the tools." And then Boogie Wings and Tommy had a meeting when Tommy got back from vacation, and Boogie and Wings were both like, we shouldn't rush into this. We should have a plan and be ready. So Tommy's like, okay, we won't rush into it. Let's do a stream on like Sunday or whatever. And then Keemstar immediately takes to Twitter the next day and like, fucking Boogie Wings and Tommy are fucking this up already. They're not doing any shows. And it made like Boogie and Wings like panic and want to do a stream that night. And Tommy had already like made up an engagement for that night. He had something to do. Was having like people over. So he's like, no, we can't do that. And also, you guys said we didn't want to rush into it. We could do like tomorrow, I guess. But then Boogie just insisted on streaming anyway. And Tommy, in an effort to get Boogie to like listen to reason, deleted the stream when it started. His locale live perms were immediately taken away in seconds, like somebody was waiting for that to happen. And then it was over.
Goddamn. Sonic the Centipede says Riley's a very good storyteller. Keemstar calling Boogie and Wings lolcows is already pot calling the kettle black.
I don't know if that's
Glasscore.
sarcastic about me being a good storyteller or not.
No, I don't think
I'm
it's
clocking
sarcastic.
potential sarcasm.
I don't think it's sarcastic because you were doing a really good job explaining that situation. Glasscore says, "Do you think that comedy has limits, or that the audience should always be limiting part of comedy?" I think that comedy. I have complicated feelings about this because I don't believe there's any subject matter that cannot be approached with humor. Um, Literally anything you can talk about in comedy as long as you have a little bit of empathy. That's what Daniel Sloss, one of my favorite comedians, says. Um, he said, with a little bit of empathy, you can tackle any subject in comedy, and people who are like, you can't make fun of anything anymore, are just telling bad jokes. Like, if your joke is like, I think you can make jokes about race easily, make jokes about racial stereotypes, make jokes about all of that. But if your joke is just racism, like if your joke is just like, hey, I Mexican, I stupid, hey, like if that's your joke, that's not funny. You know what I mean?
I bet that guy doesn't know how to change his fire alarm battery. Am I right, folks?
Yeah, that's like not that funny. Not that funny. That one's a little funny. That one's funny because of it's absurd. That's not funny because racism. It's just absurd.
To me, like
Um,
all racism is absurd, which is what makes it like almost inherently funny to me. Somebody is just doing like the like a Ching Chong Wing Wong bit or like some other racist like
I
tirade.
think
It's
it's
like that's
important though to.
hilarious
I
because
think
it's
it's
not
important to.
true.
I think it's important to consider the perspective of the people being made fun of though, because like those people are probably so fucking sick of it. Like you know how sick of I am of people saying, "Oh, Demigloom should no don't fuck pumpkins." Or "Oh, you're not a woman." Oh, it's so funny because your voice is deep.
We're all the trans women fucking pumpkins for a while. Why is that something they decided to do? Oh no, I hear the arguing. Yay, domestic disputes. But no, I truly think there's almost no limit to comedy. Like obviously if it's not funny, it's not funny. But that's like about it. Like if you just jokes are jokes and you can make jokes and you can laugh and have a good time even if they're about crazy fucked up shit, I think personally.
What did you think of the Tony Hinchcliffe joke, where he said, there's an island of garbage in the middle of the ocean." Yeah, I heard it's called Puerto Rico.
If that was on a stand-up comedy stage, I would have laughed. It was real weird to do it at a Trump rally. It's real weird to do it at a political event.
I probably wouldn't have laughed at that, like, because I don't think that's. I think it's like an okay bait and switch. But like overall, like if you have like no narrative to the joke other than just saying Puerto Rico is garbage, like I think that's really fucked up. And because you're saying that to your conservative audience who all actually believe that, it's very clear that you actually believe that. If it was clear that he didn't believe that at all, there was no sincerity to it, that would it would have been okay. Not at a Trump rally, but at the Comedy Store.
Is
Spice
that a
Chai
real
says this has been
place
going
or
on.
is that like a bit we're all doing?
No, that's a real place.
Is
There's
there a
a
place called the Comedy Store? Because that's great.
Yeah, it's a famous stand-up comedy venue.
Okay, okay.
Spice Chai says this has been going on for an hour. I've been at work for an hour. I wish I knew. What? So you could watch the show at
Damn.
work?
I mean, I don't know what kind of job they're doing. I got a podcast in my ear usually when I'm working.
Yeah, that's fair. I wouldn't have a lot like a YouTube live stream in my ear though.
Well, this is a podcast, you know. It's meant to be a live podcast. It's not like we have like big visual shit going on or anything.
Glasscore says the only no one except Puerto Ricans know that the island has a garbage disposal problem. I don't think that's what the joke was about.
I mean, that's probably kind of what the joke was about. I don't think they were saying Puerto Ricans are garbage. I think they're saying Puerto
That's
Rico is
absolute.
full
Did
of
you watch the
trash,
whole
and that's a
set?
real problem.
Did you watch the whole set?
No.
That's what he was saying.
Okay, I thought the joke was about all the trash in Puerto Rico because I had heard about there being a trash issue in Puerto Rico. It's like, yeah, it's an island of trash. It's Puerto Rico because it's covered in trash. I thought that was genuinely the joke. I didn't know he
Spice
was
Chai.
calling Puerto Rico trash.
Spice Chai says if he made the joke, people don't want Puerto Rico as a state. And they're right. 51 stars would just look uneven. And imagine all the Chinese sweatshop workers having to learn the pattern. I would laugh, but also be mad because I made the joke. Yeah, that would be funny. That's funnier.
That's a good bit. I like that. And we like that. Great work ethic.
I might have to go.
Oh?
This is getting bad.
Uh-oh. Yeah, to cut this
Entertain,
one tragically
entertain.
short.
Yeah, we might have to.
Am I
Comedians bend at the
entertaining or am
whims of
I
my judgment,"
outroing?
said Sonic the Centipede. I think you should outro.
All right, folks. Well, thank you for listening to the Trans Fat Experience podcast. Demigloom, where can our listeners find you?
You can find me on this YouTube channel, or if you're on the feed, my YouTube channel is Demigloom, Demigloom, Demigloom. I'm also on Twitter at Demigloom, and I also have a podcast called Middle School GSA. We are not middle schoolers; the title is just for fun. Middle School GSA, Middle School GSA, and we had an interview with Mr. Beat. We had an interview with that dang dad, a former cop turned anarchist. Whoa, crazy, crazy life story. And a bunch of episodes about the election, about Palestine. Good left wing commentary. Do you hear people screaming in the background?
Not really.
Okay.
You know, that one time I heard it was like the only time I've heard it the whole time, and it was only for like a second.
Okay, yeah, though, this is too bad. I have to go.
Okay, okay.
Okay, sorry about this. All right, you do the
We
outro.
love you all. See you next week for the next episode of the Trans Fat Experience. Vote in the poll that we're not putting in the description. We're not putting out about who's better, the trans or the fat.
I'll make a poll. I'll make a poll.
Someday we'll learn how to make polls. And yeah, thank you all for listening. See you next time.